Hello and welcome to another installment of Insmax Insurance Brokerage Thursday webinar series. These are hosted every other Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We thank you for your attendance today. Our short presentation will cover sequence of returns, how to avoid decreasing retirement income risk using a safe money allocation. Before we get started though, I'd like to provide some information about who Insmax is and what we do. We're an insurance brokerage operation that shares ideas and concepts to solve real-life problems. We have over 20 years experience in the brokerage business, and we work with more than 30 of the major insurance companies. We provide the training and customer-approved marketing content to you so you can approach your clients. We assist with your contracting and licensing when they want to proceed with a plan. We also handle pre-underwriting to uncover and address your client's specific impairments and to determine the best insurance company for their risk. We also give our advisors all the forms necessary to complete the application, and we review everything for errors and omissions. We handle the entire underwriting process from application to submission, including scheduling exams, obtaining medical records, and negotiating the best offers with the underwriters. So in short, we are a full-service brokerage company that you can trust with your cases. We like to say that we're the insurance experts, so you don't have to be. Now let's get into today's topic, shall we? Retirement. We all look forward to it, don't we? A lifetime of sacrifice and saving has resulted in significant nest egg. We've completed careful planning in conjunction with our financial advisors, and we've identified specific income needs to provide a safe, comfortable lifestyle for the rest of our lives. Boy, I bet we all can't wait for that day to come. As long as it's the right day to begin receiving retirement income. But with most things in life, timing is critical, especially when we're talking about retirement income. In general, when markets are up, your retirement income plan should be safe and secure. However, when markets are down, we might not have the same result. In fact, almost no advisor will suggest a client sells assets into a down market, and if you're counting on retirement income lasting your lifetime, that could be a problem. It could also be very devastating to the future retirement account balance. This risk is compounded when you consider the impact of taxes and also achieving your legacy plans. So what is this risk, this sequence of returns risk we're talking about? Well, it's literally the risk created by the particular sequence in which your portfolio returns are generated during accumulation and when withdrawals are made from a portfolio. If portfolio returns are weak and unsustainable and high income is withdrawn, the long-term value of the portfolio and its ability to meet future income requirements can be negatively affected. So let's consider the following accumulation scenario that takes place with three different portfolios. You'll notice portfolio A has a sequence of returns that begins with positive returns in the early years and negative returns in the later years. Portfolio B, on the other hand, has a sequence of returns that's exactly the opposite of sequence A. That is, it's negative in the early years, but positive in the later years. Finally, portfolio C has a sequence that's level every year, year over year for the entire duration. In the end, they all got to the same goal. They just took different paths to get there. But everything changes in retirement. So let's see what happens to a $1 million portfolio in retirement as it faces the same market conditions and sequences of returns from the prior slide, while also drawing down living expenses during retirement to the tune of about $85,000 annually. Only sequence A, where the portfolio began with a positive return, held up for the entire duration. In sequence B, you retire in the exact opposite sequence of returns with earlier losses resulting in the portfolio being completely wiped out before you're very far into your 70s. And finally, sequence C, where we had a level return for the entire duration. The assets run out much not past life expectancy, So that could also be a concern. So, with all of this in mind, we better put a plan together. And we'd like to talk about a plan to combat volatility and bad timing during retirement and even before retirement. Why not consider a little diversification using life insurance and its cash value as a safe bucket of money to help smooth out some of the uncertain waters during retirement? Life insurance is a multifaceted asset that will protect your family when the unexpected happens. And if you have certain riders on it, it can provide valuable living benefits for chronic and critical illness care. So let's take a look at a case study of how using life insurance as a cash value benefit um, can assist during a client's retirement income years. Let's meet Tom. He's 65 years old. He's been saving his whole life and now has about $1 million in retirement savings. But he also has a goal to receive approximately $100,000 a year adjusted for inflation in retirement. His plan considers receiving $20,000 from Social Security and $10,000 from a pension that he has, which means he will reach into his retirement account for the $70,000 shortfall. In addition, in his 40s, though, Tom decided to do something else. He decided to buy a $500,000 life insurance policy to protect his family and also build up a little bit of cash value. And it's that very cash value that will prove to be very, very valuable during negative investment performance years. Let's see exactly how. This chart reflects withdrawals from Tom's retirement account during a sequence of return that results in 5 negative years out of 20. But the impact of selling assets in a down market can compound the decrease in account balance significantly, as demonstrated by his retirement assets being eroded by almost $500,000 by the end of year 2 at age 66. But what if Tom did not have to dip into his retirement plan during those negative years? What if Tom had a safe money bucket to reach into to support his lifestyle when those things occurred? By combining his retirement account and the use of his life insurance policy cash value, Tom can withdraw funds from his policy during the negative years on a tax-free basis that would be equivalent to his taxable withdrawal from his retirement plan. He wouldn't be selling into those losses, and he would allow his portfolio to recover during positive years. By turning off retirement withdrawals in those years following a negative return, Tom's portfolio can increase dramatically. In fact, Tom's portfolio has increased from $1 million in the very beginning to over $3.5 million by age 85, all the while still maintaining a significant death benefit during his entire lifetime. So, who is an ideal candidate for this strategy? Obviously, clients must have an insurance need to protect against unforeseen losses. We believe you need about 10 to 20 years of growth in a policy's cash value to support withdrawals in negative years for supplemental income. We are not suggesting using the life insurance policy to replace a retirement plan. In fact, it's a complementary asset. We are looking for clients that are already funding their qualified plans and non-qualified plans and are still worried that their money might run out. Given the last year's economic uncertainty and the absolute fact, folks, that in every 20-year period from the 1950s to present, the S&P 500 has suffered anywhere from 4 to 6 losses during those time frames. And it might be prudent to have a safe money bucket for those tough times that we know are coming, and that's when life insurance can provide that value. But diversification, doesn't necessarily grow on trees. And what we might suggest in this particular case is lower portfolio risk with a separate asset class. Let's integrate life insurance into an overall portfolio. Life insurance can offer increased predictability on the value of your money during a lifetime through the death benefit if something were to occur. As you know, the death benefit is non-correlated to the stock market, and its internal rate of return is based on life expectancy, not the stock market. It can potentially reduce exposure to price volatility and a particular stock or series of positions within your portfolio. And the tax advantages that life insurance offers could help leave more money to your beneficiaries. We want you to recognize that there are resources available to you, and those resources are just waiting to be utilized. That includes advanced planning attorneys and design specialists at the carriers and here at INSMAX. We'd like to help you create a client-approved plan that you can present, and we will assist you with walking you through the concepts. Just give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. And with any time we do these presentations, there are always questions. For us, we'd like you to just reach out and give us a call. You know, INSMAX is here as an asset and a source of information for you. We want to thank you very much for your business. We want to thank you very much for joining us today. I urge you to give us a call and talk about this presentation. And also to remember that in 2 weeks from today, we will also present life insurance as an asset class, how to use life insurance within your bond portfolio as a holding that can lower volatility and significantly increase the return on legacy money. So with that, we want to thank you very much. We look forward to speaking with you very, very soon. Until then, have a great day.